Assalamu alaikum. This is Muhammad Ajmal Khan from Bakar. Basically, Bakar is a district in Surguda division. I am by profession a special education teacher and doing PhD from Punjab University in special education. Almost my research is going to be completed in 2026. As far as this session, I'm in free English learning session 2026 is concerned. The basic purpose behind this very course or this very session is actually to distribute whatever I have because we are observing the month of Ramadan, and Ramadan gives us the message that we should distribute, be it khair, be it profit, be it any good deed or good act, or whatever we have, we should distribute. The basic philosophy behind the concept of Ramadan fasting is to distribute the good and to prohibit and to stop the negative things, negativities in this very society we are living in. So this session, which is actually 15 days session, is going to start from tomorrow, and I have named it free English session. It is genuinely free. You are not supposed to submit even a penny. Even its registration is free. And starting from tomorrow, I mean from 11th of Ramadan, it will be completing after 14 days. I mean after 15 days. So this very free session of English learning is actually meant to contribute value addition in the lives of students academically, educationally, in terms of, you can say, English learning. This session will comprise on different parts, and the prominent and salient parts of this very session are essay writing, which is required in PMS, CSS, also at university and college level. It will also contain Precis writing techniques, which is also required in CSS, PMS, and in at college and English at college and university level English examinations. This very session will also include exercises which will be of Urdu to English translation. Mean I will be discussing different paragraphs and different sentences, and I will be converting those sentences, I mean Urdu sentences into English sentences. So this would be a translation exercise, and again, translation exercise is also asked in PMS and CSS exams. And apart from essay writing, Precis writing, and translation, I would also cover comprehension. Comprehension mean a paragraph would be given in English, and after the I mean at the end of the paragraph, there would be few questions, and we would be supposed to read that very paragraph and find out the answers of those very questions which would be lying at the end of the paragraph. That is called comprehension, mean to understand and to find the deeper meanings given within the paragraph. This is again relevant to PMS and CSS. And apart from essay writing, Precis writing, translation, comprehension, I would also cover English grammar tips and tricks because be it CSS, PMS, IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, Duolingo, or English language exam of N level, English grammar is basically prerequisite. It is the it is actually the foundational pillar of language capability or linguistic skills. Without having grip or command on English grammar, we can't write well, we can't speak well, and we can't, convince the audience, be it verbal communication or non-verbal communication, be it written communication or be it spoken communication. So this very session will cover many things in English grammar, like pair of words, like English idioms, like sentence structure, like tenses. So this very session is related to or relevant to or relatable to PPSC, FPSC exams, CSS, PMS exams, IELTS and TOEFL and PTE, because be it IELTS or TOEFL or no TOEFL or IELTS or PTE or language cert or Duolingo, all these English language exams are actually based on writing and speaking. So I would be covering both aspects of language, I mean spoken English as well as written English. There is no specific or hard and fast criteria to become part of this very session. If you have done matriculation and you are the student of you know intermediate, I mean you are either you have done matric or you have done masters or MPhil, you can be part of this very session. So I have made it public through my friends, through my circle of friends. And till the moment, I mean, this is uh, it is 10 to 5 p.m. actually here in Bakar. So till this moment, more than 40 students have become part of this very session, and I have created a WhatsApp community. Whoever is sending me message, I am trying to add that very person in the WhatsApp community to distribute a singular message uh, across the group. So it becomes very difficult to answer everyone. In the future, I would be communicating through my WhatsApp community. So as far as this session is concerned, as I have told earlier, this is going to be started from tomorrow. I mean from 11th of Ramadan, and it would be after 15 days, and it would be through Zoom meetings. If you have no experience of using Zoom meetings, kindly install Zoom app on your cell phone or on your laptop, whatever the tool you would be using. So using Zoom meetings, you would be uh, communicating with me and I would be communicating with you. So we would be communicating with one another, inshallah. So as far as layout of this very session is concerned, mission of this very course or this very 15 days training session, or you can say interactive session, would be to empower students, professionals, and competitive exams aspirants with strong, confident, and academically profound English communication skills through structured, interactive, and exam oriented learning. So I would be sharing the stuff which would be exam oriented, and I would be engaging you. It would not be, one-way communication. It would not be one-way traffic, rather it would be two-way traffic. You would be questioning and I would be answering, and I would be questioning and you would be supposed to answer back. So we would be having a very interactive session, inshallah. And this session is equally beneficial and utility oriented for those who are doing any job or who are jobless, who have done inter graduation, masters, MPhil, or whatever the degree one can have. So this very session is again for those who are going to appear in PMS or CSS, and also for those who are going to appear in IELTS, TOEFL, PT, or other English language exams. So vision of my this very session is to build a community which should be good at English, in written English as well as in spoken English. As far as the layout of this very session is concerned, I would be let me first identify the objective of this very session as I have covered earlier. So I would improve spoken English and confidence. Along with it, I would be strengthening grammar foundation. And apart from strengthening grammar foundation, I would be focusing on enhancing vocabulary for competitive exams like PMS and CSS. And in addition to these very inputs, I would be trying my level best to provide English as a mastery and Precis writing mastery. I mean, those techniques, principles, and rules which are basically foundational pillars of essay writing and Precis writing, as well as comprehension. I would be equipping students who would be aspirants of PMS, CSS, and PPSC and FPSC with the prerequisite skills in terms of English language. As I have mentioned earlier, this session is also relatable to IELTS, TOEFL, and PTE strategies. Mean those candidates who are ambitious to leave Pakistan and get settled somewhere else in this world, who are aspirants of masters or any other exams or any other degree out of Pakistan, I mean abroad. So as you know, they are always required to have some sort of English language certificate like IELTS or TOEFL or PT. So they are supposed to, qualify IELTS and PT or other English language exams. So this very session would be helpful for those candidates as well who are, you know, who are preparing for IELTS, TOEFL or PT or language cert or, Duolingo. And the last but not the least, this session will be helpful for candidates who are preparing for any sort of interview exam. So let me share what would be covered in this very session. First of all, on the day first, that would be orientation session, and we would be setting goals that what we would be covering in coming 14 days. On day two, I would be covering tense. I would be simplifying actually tenses, all the tenses which we keep on dealing with, and I would be using practical examples to make the concepts of tenses clear, which tense should be used where and why. And on day third, I would be building vocabulary strategies. I mean, I would be sharing strategies to enhance and improve and polish vocabulary. I mean, what are those techniques through which we can improve our vocabulary? What are the actually those you know modules, and what are those methods, techniques and tips and tricks through which we can improve our diction and our stock of vocabulary actually. On the day four, I would be focusing on the fluency and speaking confidence, how one can appear confident, how one can be fluent in English. And on day five, I would be dealing with grammar essentials. I mean, I would be sharing salient grammar rules which are very relatable to exams like PMS, CSS, and college and university level exams in terms of English. And on day six, I would be specifically working on essay writing structure. What is the structure or layout or specimen of a comparative exams English essay structure? And on day seven, I would be expanding essay. I mean, I would be focusing on the body paragraphs, and I would be focusing on how to connect different body paragraphs in an English, and how to develop an argument in a particular paragraph, be it the paragraph of cause, be it the paragraph of effect, or be it the paragraph of recommendation. And on the day eight, I would be working on the press writing techniques and skills. I mean, I would be letting you know how to write a, an effective pressy when whenever we talk about CSS or PMS English grammar composition and pressy paper. And I would be working on the translation. I mean, Urdu to English translation on the day, on the ninth day of this very course. I would be sharing some paragraphs of Urdu, and I would be converting those paragraphs into English. So on the day ninth, you would be actually preparing for the Urdu translation, Urdu to English translation actually. And on the day 10, I would be dealing with the comprehension skills. I mean, if a paragraph of English is given, and at the end of the paragraph, if few questions are written down, how we can find out the specific answer from the given paragraph for the given questions. That is called comprehension actually. And on the day 11, we would be sharing how to prepare well for IELTS, TOEFL, how to, qualify PT exam, TOEFL exam, or IELTS exam. What are the ways, what are the strategies, and you know, what are the methods through which we can, ace exams like IELTS, TOEFL, and PT. On the day 12, I would be sharing advanced vocabulary, dictions, terms, and expression with you, which you should use in your IELTS, TOEFL, and CSS and PMS exams, especially uh, English essay. On the day 13, I would be focusing on the interview and communication skills. If you are supposed to appear in any interview, I mean education related interview, or interview of ASF, or FIA, or whatever the department be, how you should appear in an interview, and what you should focus at during the interview, how to ace or how to qualify interview in an effective and efficient manner. That would be covered on the day 13th. And on the second last day, I mean on the day 14, I would be focusing on mock test and practice session. I mean, I would be That mock test session might be verbal or non-verbal, that might be written or that might be spoken, and we would be actually practicing whatever we would be cover whatever we would have covered in between in previous 13 days. And on the last day, I would be evaluating whatever we have done, whatever we would have done in 14 days or 15 days. That would be actually last day and evaluation day, and I would be sharing with you how you can improve in in times to come. Be you the candidate for IELTS, TOEFL, PT, or CSS or PMS, or be you the candidate who is looking for English, spoken English or written English. So this is the short description of this very whole session, and I'm sure that this very session would be very interactive and learning oriented for you. If you are, if you want to become part of this very session, that is, again, as I have said earlier, and I am again, claiming it, that this is going to be very uh, interactive session, learning oriented session, and in terms of cost, it is going to be free of cost. You are not supposed to pay for it. It would be, again, I would be saying that it would be 15 days session, and 15 days would mean 1 hour daily, starting from 11th Ramadan, and would be completing on almost 25th of Ramadan, inshallah. If you are new on my YouTube channel, English with Ajmal Khan, do subscribe this very channel so that you might receive latest updates. Whatever I share on this very YouTube channel can reach you timely if you have subscribed, and if you would subscribe this very channel. And another thing which is mentionable, that whatever I would be sharing with you, I would be recording that very session, and I would be sharing that very recording on my YouTube channel, English with Ajmal Khan, so that if a student happen not to attend the class, or if a student if a student is not in a position to attend that very class, I mean, if a student is ill, or if he or she is out of station, and by any reason, in one way or other way, he or she is not in a position to attend the class, so he or she must not feel he or she must not, he or she should not feel lagging behind. And to compensate your absence, I would be sharing the recorded lectures on my YouTube channel, English with Khan, as well. So that's why I have said that you must subscribe this very channel, I mean English with Khan, so that if you miss or skip a daily lecture or lecture of any day, so you can come on YouTube channel, and then you can watch whatever we would have covered on that very day. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And if you are interested to become part of this very session, under this video, I mean in comment section, write the word interested, and I would be sharing a link with you. And on opening that very link, you will find my WhatsApp number, and after watching that very short, I mean YouTube shorts, you can drop a message on my WhatsApp number, and then I will be adding you in the community group, which is actually specifically tailored and specifically made for this very session. अपना बहुत सारा ख्याल रखें. Take good care of yourself, and do take care of the people who are around you. I mean your siblings, your parents, and the people who are dependent upon you. Allah Hafiz.